Hi there, Lloyd Machedo Sweeney from LloydMachedo.com. Who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, here are the 10 most popular questions that I've received from my readers or viewers. And I put the questions down in the description link below so that you can see the timestamp. And yes, if you have any questions, please feel free to send them across to me. So these are the questions related to being a first-time father, being a daddy. Okay. So these are the questions people have asked me. The first question is, Lloyd, what is the biggest challenge that you have found being a father, a first-time father? I would say that my biggest challenge that I found being a first-time father is balancing my ability to actually do my work versus when the baby cries or when the baby is making a loud noise. Because what happens is my job involves making videos, reading books, trying to focus. Yeah, and you know, when you have a baby that's crying, it's like it drives your head in. Especially when, especially when you're trying to talk to a customer, you're trying to be serious. You know, you're trying to talk to a customer, then you have that noise in the background. Or when you're making a video and you pause for this effect, and then you know, it really messes up the moment. Okay, what is it that I love the most of being a first-time father? Is the fact that I can play with the baby. There are these amazing moments where I get to hold the baby, play with the baby sees my face, and you know, there's that bonding aspect that I really like. What is it I hate the most? I definitely have not cleaned the poop and the piss and stuff that, you know, the baby does. That's something that I've not done, and I think the thing that I hate the most is my entire schedule is based on the baby's availability of, you know, the probability of its sleeping. So, you know, I have to tiptoe and make sure that it doesn't get disturbed. And then I think the other thing which I hate is when I want to do work, my wife will just come and give the baby, plonk it in my arms and tell me, okay, I'm going for a shower, I'm going to the toilet, or just take care of the baby. So I'm holding it, and then it keeps crying, and that drives my head in. Okay. How expensive is it to have a baby? Well, I would say roughly 30 to 40% of your earnings go to take care of the baby. You need to make sure that the baby is well taken care of, from the clothes to the food to nutrition. Everything that you can possibly give, which is the best for the baby, is given, because obviously the baby can't talk. You really need to take care of the baby. So it's 24/7. Your focus and attention is on the baby. So yes, it is not cheap to take care of a baby because you want to provide the best of the best for your child. The biggest concern I have as a father is lots of concerns. Like, for example, if she's sleeping, is there a mosquito that is nearby her? Is there a cockroach? Or, you know, here there are ants. I stay in a forest. I need to be careful whether it's a honeybee or, you know, you just don't know. Maybe there's an ant or something that can go to the eyes, or the worm, you know, sorry, to the ear. So, you know, I'm constantly worried about the baby. In fact, once when I left the baby, it was sleeping in the hall room. You had this puppy dog from the neighbor and just came running up and was playing with the baby. And, you know, I kind of got scared because obviously, you know, there can be diseases, there can be germs. I think especially if the baby's health is a major concern, because the baby can't talk, and that's something you really tend to get worried about. Number 6, how has the baby affected my personal life? Well, it definitely has affected my life. I can't do everything that I want. Even sex has to be planned out with my wife. I can't just, you know, you imagine you're thinking of getting romantic with the wife and suddenly maybe, the baby cries, and you don't actually think about sex at that point of time. You're always thinking about the baby, even when you're doing anything and everything. So yeah, personal life, I would say sex is the biggest thing, because, you know, your concern is always the child. Impact on my professional life? Yes, it does impact. I mean, speaking to my clients, I have to sometimes be apologetic for my baby causing a tantrum, the noise being heard. Sometimes if I want to, you know, really get into the zone, I need to get out of the house. So it does affect your professional life. Impact on my sex life? Well, I need to plan out when I want to have sex. And, you know, when you think of the baby, you feel the baby is more important. So you don't actually think so much about sex. You think more about the child. I don't know. My sex life has really gone down a lot. Mostly it's porn and some interesting, nice, flirty sex chats, which is more fun, I feel. You miss out the days where you could just have sex, random sex and crazy sex and wild sex, but now you can't actually do that. And especially when you're going to want to get romantic, you always keep thinking, okay, there's a mother, there's a baby, you gotta be careful. So, biggest regret, well, I wish I had a couple of millions in the bank where I didn't have to worry, and money could just be spent, and I could spend time with the child and not worry about the expenses. Plans for the future, well, I just want the baby to have a good life. I don't want the baby to have issues and problems. Everything should go smooth sailing, and I want to play the role of being a good father, good provider, and someone she can look up to. I will give you one incident, however, that will tell you how a father's bonding is with the child. I mean, I was speaking to this client. I had this moment where it was an important client, and I wanted to really give my 100% attention when suddenly the baby started to scream and was crying, and I was really pissed off because I was trying to concentrate, and so I opened the door and told my wife, make sure that baby is quiet, okay? And I was pretty stern, and then she tried to quieten the baby, and the baby went berserk, and I was trying to focus here more. I think what happened is my wife lost her cool, and she was like, keep quiet. She must have been slightly rough with the baby, and the baby started to wail and scream and shout and even more. And I finished off the call. I told my client that I'm not able to focus. Please excuse me. And then I opened the door. I was really pissed off. I was like, I'm going to scream. I'm going to shout. And then I could literally see the baby, shouting and screaming, and like she was scared. So I just asked her, like, what happened? So she's like, no, I'm angry. So I took the baby, and the baby was really sweating. She was crying that much. So I held the baby, and I pacified the baby. And, she was scared. She was scared because the wife was a little rough with her. I don't blame my wife because, sometimes you really lose your cool, And, when I calmed the baby down, and the baby was still going this way, and I really felt bad for the baby because, it's like a small baby girl. And I calmed the baby down and said, it's okay, it's okay. And it's like she wanted to tell me that she was hurt and she was scared and, she was worried. And every time she would look at me, she would go, and she would go like this. And, that moment was there where I really felt bad for that little child. And, it kind of questions your patience and your ability to understand and connect to a child. So, yeah, I told my wife, we need to take it easy and be nice with the child. And even when the baby was drinking from the mother's milk, she was like, she was going like that, And I slept next to the baby and next to the mom, and, we kind of put her to sleep. So, yeah, that was one of the moments where I realized, I got a baby girl. I need to be nice to her, need to be a good father. So yeah, these are the challenges. This is what I'm learning. This is how I'm going as a first-time father. Lots more to learn. And I hope this answers your question, guys. So have any questions, let me know. Put them in the comment section below. Like the video, thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. This is me signing off for now. Take care.